Hello everyone and welcome back to Bike Vibe, where we live and breathe motorcycles and everything about them. Today we're going to dive into the world of spare parts and gearing for the 2026 model year of the Harley-Davidson Grand American Touring Series. If you ride one of these machines, whether the street glide, road glide, or any of the touring siblings, you'll know that maintaining and upgrading your bike properly means using the right parts and accessories, and knowing roughly what you're paying for. Let's talk about key categories of parts, what to look out for, and typical price ranges you might expect, all in simple plain talk. First off, why spare parts matter on a touring bike. When you're putting thousands of miles on the road, comfort, reliability, and performance all count. The Grand American Touring line is built for long trips, heavy loads, luggage, passenger comfort, and all that means parts like suspension, luggage racks, wheels, brakes, windshields, bags, drivetrain components, engine covers are more critical than on a smaller bike. So replacing worn parts or upgrading makes a major difference. Let's break it down by part types. 1. Luggage and bags. For a bike in the touring class, you'll want sturdy saddlebags, trunks or tour packs, mounting racks, quick-release systems. For example, in one parts catalog, a color-matched tour pack trunk for certain models listed at about $1,699.95. That gives you a ballpark of high-ticket accessory items. If you shop aftermarket or lightly used, you might find lower cost, but for genuine OEM parts expect large numbers. 2. Windshields, fairings and aerodynamics. Touring bikes fight wind buffeting and fatigue. A premium windshield or large fairing upgrade might run from several $100s to over $1,000 depending on material, finish, brand. For instance, some windshield listings show Euro market prices around €519.50, about $550 minus $600, for a large tinted wind splitter from AHD accessory list. For the 2026 models, you should expect similar or higher pricing depending on finish and fit. 3. Drivetrain, transmission, gears and major mechanical components. These are the heavy-duty items. While I wasn't able to find a precise price sheet for every gear or gearbox part for the 2026 Grand American Touring line, EPA and parts documentation show that genuine service parts for HD models require choosing your model year, make and model via the parts finder. So expect that if you're replacing major pieces like gear sets, primary drive, or final drive components, you're looking at significant costs, likely in the hundreds to thousands of dollars territory depending on complexity. 4. Comfort upgrades, seats, backrests, pegs, footboards, suspension kits. Touring means long hours in the saddle, and the right comfort parts go a long way. For example, comfort parts sections list pricing estimates in a catalog, noting, prices listed herein are estimate average prices and are for reference only. Actual price may differ by market and variant, so for a seat upgrade you may pay $500, $1,000 depending on material, brand and whether heated or custom. 5. General spare parts, nuts, bolts, cables, minor items. These are smaller cost but still critical. You'll find parts like an oil filter cover, gaskets, small brackets might run tens to low hundreds of dollars depending on model. For example, listings on Marketplace show even small OEM parts for Harley can cost $50, $150 or more, so don't underestimate the small items. Given that we're focusing on the 2026 Touring Series, you should budget quite a bit if you're going major upgrades. Here's a sample rough price breakdown you can script into your planning. A luggage rack plus trunk combo, say $1,500 minus $2,000, premium windshield fairing. $600 minus $1,200, drivetrain major part, $800 minus $2,500, seat backrest comfort kit, $700 minus $1,200, minor spares and mounting hardware, $100 minus $300. These are just ballparks but help you plan. Next, let's talk gearing and what that term means in this context. By gears, I mean both the gearbox, transmission components, and also the gear you wear for riding the tour. Jackets, gloves, boots, protective gear, luggage gear, etc. For a touring rider, you'll want durable gear because you're out on long rides with changing weather, wind, possibly two-up passenger, heavy loads. Combining premium mechanical parts with premium rider gear ensures the overall system performs well. Rider gear, while not strictly spare parts for the bike, You'll want to budget for a good touring jacket, helmet, gloves, boots and maybe electronic connectivity, Bluetooth intercom systems. A high-quality touring jacket might cost $300, $700. Helmet $400, $800. Boots $200, $400. Intercom system $200 minus $500. When you add that to your bike's parts budget, it makes sense to treat them together. Now let's talk practical tips for buying and installing parts. Always verify compatibility with your exact 2026 Grand American Touring model. The lineup is broad because parts change year to year. Use the Genuine Parts Finder tool on Harley-Davidson's site. Check for shipping, import duties if you're outside the US. You mentioned you're in Pakistan region, so factor import duties. Shipping, currency conversion, check warranty implications. Using non-OEM parts may affect warranty or service support depending on your region. While HD has resolved some warranty repair rights issues, best to proceed carefully. Consider installation costs. Some upgrades may require professional install, especially drivetrain, suspension, wiring, so budget labor in addition to parts. Keep your dated receipts and part numbers for future service. Also look for promotions or parts specials. Dealerships or service centers often run parts and service specials. For example, one dealership lists home of the $49.99 tire install as part of service specials. When you bundle parts and service, you might save. In conclusion, for your 2026 Harley-Davidson Grand American Touring bike, the world of spare parts and gear is rich, but you'll want to budget wisely. Major upgrades can easily run thousands of dollars, smaller parts less so. Matching the right parts, ensuring quality and compatibility, and pairing your machine with good riding gear will keep you on the road confidently.